Hey folks, Kevin Roberts here, the Fit Chef from Mississippi, here to show you another great recipe to help you flex on your next meal. Today I got something real special for you, all right? Today we're gonna make a chicken and waffle dish that was actually noted by New York Times as being one of the best chicken and waffles, or the best waffle in the state of Mississippi about 7 years ago. I did this recipe for a restaurant I used to work for a couple years back. So today I'm gonna share my famous recipe with you. So just stay tuned and we got it coming right up. All right, so the first thing to do to make this waffle absolutely phenomenal is you're gonna take 2 sweet potatoes. You're gonna bake them in the oven about 375 degrees. The goal here is to get them nice and caramelized. You're gonna cook them for probably about 45 minutes to an hour. That way they're really soft, really squishy, and that natural caramelized flavor really comes out whenever you put it into the cornbread mix that we're gonna make in a second. So I just happen to have some in the oven ready to come out now. Here you go, right here. So we have some really nice hot baked sweet potatoes. You'll know it's really good when they start to rupture and squirt out the sides, all right? So we're gonna take 1 cup of this sweet potato and we're gonna add it to that recipe for the cornbread, my grandma's cornbread that I showed you on a previous episode. You take that recipe and then you're gonna add 1 cup of this right here to it, and you're gonna mix it together, and then we're gonna get ready for our waffle iron. But before we go into making the waffle, we gotta get our chicken ready. Obviously you can't have chicken and waffles without the chicken. So I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. And you're gonna start off with a nice chicken breast. And what you're gonna do, take your knife, you're gonna cut off any of this rib meat and this cartilage piece that might stick to the side. And you're gonna go through the very thickest part right here. And you're gonna run your knife straight down the side, just like so. And you're gonna butterfly it in half. Reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure it has a very even cook time. I want it to make sure that it's not cooking uneven, that way you don't have any raw parts. Plus it also allows it to be really fast in getting this food out to you. So I'm gonna cut this one up too, which this one's actually pretty small already. So you know what, I'm gonna skip out on cutting that one. So now it's time to make the batter for all this. And you're gonna start off first with a bowl. We're gonna start off with the dry batter. You're gonna start off with 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Dump this into your bowl. You're gonna take 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. Then you're gonna take about 1 to 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, mix that in there. And then you're gonna take about 2 teaspoons of some good old-fashioned Creole spice, all right? Some good Cajun spice. That way we can get a little bit of, paprika, a little bit of garlic in there. You can make your own or you can buy some from the store. I'm gonna mix this together. Pour it into this dish right here. That way, get ready to dredge it here in just a second. All right, so I put the batter into this glass dish, this flat, that way we can get a nice even coating. And then for our wet batter, because you have to have something wet for the dry batter to stick to, we're gonna put in 3 eggs and about 1 cup of buttermilk. We're gonna put in a little bit of kosher salt. Then we're gonna add in just about 1 tablespoon worth of Louisiana hot sauce. Put a little Louisiana in there. I'm gonna grab a fork. I'm gonna beat this guy up. So I'm putting that hot sauce in there for a little extra added flavor, all right? Because we're gonna have that sweet potato waffle. That sweet potato is gonna have a nice sweetness to it. Then we're gonna make a nice maple chili glaze that's gonna go across of it, which is gonna have maple syrup, honey, a little bit of Tabasco in there. We're gonna have that go across it. Perfect. So I got a cast iron skillet going over here. I have some frying oil going in there, and we're gonna put it at about 325 degrees. All right, so before I do that, also I wanna go ahead and put a little bit of seasoning on my chicken. A little salt on both sides just to make sure that you get full flavor in this guy. You wanna make sure it's full of flavor, everything's brought out. Good, 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 good. And of course, the trick to dredging the perfect chicken. Always keep one hand dry, the other hand wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of that dredge in my hand, and I'm gonna press down on it. That way it coats it evenly. And there we go, perfect. Coat it both sides. Shake off any excess like this. Press down on it so it kind of really sticks. That way it doesn't come off whenever you fry it. And of course, we wanna make sure, there it is. I'm gonna lay this guy. Now, of course, always be careful. Push that away from you, not towards you. That guy's gonna start to bubble a little bit, and we cook it at 325 degrees. That way we don't end up burning the outside. That way you can get a nice, good, crispy exterior crust, this guy. Then we're gonna pull this out, Get another one going. Dredge it. Oh, I can't wait to have this one. I used to make this all the time, and then of course New York Times come around saying, hey, this is gonna be one of the best waffles in the state of Mississippi. They did a thing about the top 50 waffles across the entire country. Just so happened to say that this was one of the best ones. So I'll take it, right? So we got this guy going down. Perfect. We're gonna let that cook for just a second. I'm gonna set this all aside because we are done for right now. While we're waiting on that chicken to go, obviously we need to go ahead and make a waffle, right? So like I said, I already made this batter ahead of time. It's the cornbread batter. You just added a little bit of sweet potato to it. So we're gonna grab it. I got a nice handy dandy waffle iron here. Spray it, of course, a non-stick spray. And what you're looking to do is you're looking to put about a cup worth of batter inside of this guy. So put the batter in there, just like this. Make sure it's not too full, otherwise it will overflow. Put just a little bit more, just to make sure we have enough. Cool, perfect. There we go. Turn this guy on, and then flip it over, get it going. That chicken's going really nice and well right there. And then now it's time to make the chili glaze. All right, now that we got our fried chicken going, we got our waffle going, now it's time to make this maple glaze that's kind of spicy but sweet. It's gonna go across the top. We're gonna start off, put about a half a cup of maple syrup. I'm gonna put a half a cup of honey on top of it, just like that. Oh, nice and thick. There we go. Then we're gonna add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, probably about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna get this guy mixed up just like this. And then we're gonna add a little bit of Tabasco, just for a little extra spice to it. And, you know, I like sweet and spicy, right? And of course, we're gonna get that mixed up. Perfect. And then we're gonna add a little bit of salt to it, just to give it extra flavoring. My chicken is going good. Let's take a look at this waffle and see how this guy's looking right quick. Oh, look at that guy. That is absolutely glorious. Got about 30 seconds left on this one. Let's take a look at our chicken over here. Oh yeah. Getting nice and crispy. Perfect. Turn that down just a little bit. You don't want to make sure you don't burn the outside of it. There we go. Chicken is going. And we got this maple glaze. I'm gonna stir it up just a little bit more. That way we can get ready for it. Now, that guy's ready. And then I happen to have a nice plate right here, ready to go. So chicken's almost done. And of course we have this guy right here. Let's pull this out, get ready to take it off. Now the thing is, we're here, be real careful. You don't want to burn your hands. Look at that. We got a nice, gorgeous sweet potato cornbread waffle. Trust me, try this guy out. You're gonna absolutely love it. All right, and look, our chicken, it looks like it's done. Nice, golden, brown, delicious. Look at that guy right there. And pull that off. I'm gonna set it on this plate with a couple of napkins on it. That way all that extra grease can come out of there. Pull this out, set that aside right there. Perfect. And then from there, we're gonna get ready to make magic happen. So, chicken, waffle, and then glaze, just like so. And put this across the top. And there you have it. Chicken and waffles. Cornbread chicken and waffles. Promise you, you're gonna love this guy, right? And always, thank y'all for joining us. I'm Kevin Roberts, the Fit Chef from Mississippi. I can't wait to see y'all next time.